Gravy. Bowling. I'm just gonna give out gift cards from the gaming stream real quick because I literally just have to do the last one. Gift cards. Bowling kid. Hey, that's good. Well, that was easy. Bowling Kid won the tournament he hosted. Dude, hacks. I won't forget you either, don't worry. I got you. Ding. Oh my gosh, how do you spell his name? The one you hosted was the only one you've won? A little sus, bro. Even though I know there's literally no way to rig that. I'm just joking. Alright, one last gift card. Adonde es? Absolutely, dude. Also, this is probably overdue. I'm just going to do this now. You're happy you made it in second in that? I can never make it past the first round. Well, that sword was earned. Dude is there for every gaming stream. Hosted a tournament. All that good stuff. So there you go. If you got any complaints, you shouldn't, first off. Second off, just stop, please. No, dude, believe you me, I know how much work it is. That's why I hate doing them myself. Before this gets too cold, cheers. All right, first 3 breaks are good to go. Gift cards are completely caught up. Three, 4, and 5. This song really switched to private? What's up, Tater Tot? Bowling, I went on a friggin' hot streak on Hearthstone today. I think I got all the way to like gold already. That Quest Druid deck is actually busted and I see nobody playing it. It doesn't pair me against counters because it probably thinks I'm playing Big Druid. I have not played against it once. I have a feeling once I hit like Plat 5, I'm going to see only that. In which case, I will have to find what a deck to switch to. Paladin beats it pretty easily. All right, I'm going to randomize the first 3. Also, this week and last week are being shipped together. Nick got back extra late, and it's already so close to Friday, we're just going to ship them both together. And that includes all the giveaways and stuff. We have not forgotten. What's up, Hammond? It was snowing a little bit today. It's 45 today. I'm getting used to the warmer weather right now, and I'm not liking it because I know it's not going to stay like this. I think it's going to go back to being cold. 100%. I think it's misleading. Bro, everyone's getting snow, and the Howling Fjord up here is getting warmer. I don't know what's going on right now. It's probably because of that Ohio train. The Ohio train is altering our atmosphere. Dude, I love that everyone's fighting against like this alleged cover up though. It makes me happy so much. When the bigger powers at play can't cover something up, it makes me smile. was a cool 83 today. Where the heck are you? $50? Yeah, 50 is like you can go to the beach. I really don't have a water in here. All right, let me grab a water and we can start. All right, more brief cheers. Let's get it. Let's get some heat tonight. 43? 43 ain't bad. It's usually upper 90s with 70%. Bro, are you like in Brazil or something? Are you in the rainforest? This isn't a flavored water. This is just Pellegrino. Caribbean? Bro, you're by all the Bitcoin casinos. How is that out there? Flavored water? Haven't been to any? Bro, I bet it's wild out there. History of the Caribbean is always interesting. All right. Good luck, everybody. You do a lot of snorkeling, looking for stuff. I went snorkeling by our hometown in Italy. Why not, dude? Why not just pull a Zard right off the bat? Kyle? No, we still haven't pulled the Hyper Chonkers. That was first pack of this break. Pretty gradable too. 29 out of 10. But yeah, I went snorkeling by our hometown in Italy. Just like in the shallower areas, because then it's just dead ocean, deep water. I think I still have like my mask down there in Italy, because like our family has a house down there that was like passed down from our grandparents. Let's go. Another one? Yeah, let's go. In different locations. How is the water? I mean, it's... Was that the second pack? Third? This was the break that didn't fill on Monday, by the way. Just to make you all feel bad about it. Uh, the water can get like a little bit rough. You definitely got to be careful. Like it's still like swimmable. Kids are swimming it, but it's definitely like higher waves than what people are used to, probably. They're both yours. Oh my gosh. That is between a 9 or a 10 all day. And you have one of five that I've pulled after I don't even know how many thousands. It kind of does, but it does have the colorless symbol. But yeah, I guess like I don't know how to answer that question. The water isn't like crystal clear, but it's pretty clear. I had a cousin up there when I was last time I was there. I was probably like 12 years old, maybe. But I had a cousin up there who would like snorkel at night, catch a couple octopus, and we eat them like for dinner. You don't know if you're verified or not? What do you mean, verified? If your name's on the list, it's yours. You want to find an octopus? I think he goes at night because that's when they're more active. Two sharks. I don't know like what sharks are native to that area because it really is, dude. Like it's maybe like 25 feet of reef off from the beach, give or take, and then it's just dead deep ocean. And like it's a little bit sketch, honestly. I don't mind swimming in the ocean. It's the open ocean that like gives me like gets me a little nervous. Love these reruns. His name is Joshua. Dude, Joshua, shout out to you. You're awesome. I pulled those cards for you guys. So I saw first off, Bowling Kid. I gotta add you to my chat, but I saw uh, Planeswalker made me laugh. He posted a video and it was like booster boxes increasing in value this year, crazy from like a YouTuber, and I was like, that's crazy, man. I feel like we've heard that before. I thought I already added you. I'm sorry. You're actually in a bowling league and you watch as the night goes. So your son. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. And you guys watch the replays on YouTube? That's the beauty of it. You didn't even know it. It was so exclusive, you didn't even know you were part of it. 15%. I would say it's probably more than that. I don't know if Strike is here. Strike, what was the app that he used to track like his sealed box values? Was that eBay? Oh, 100%. It's already happening. But I warned everyone in advance. If you didn't listen to me, that's... Is it... I feel like there could be issues with that app because people don't have the same consistent title for listing their cards for sale. That's the only thing that I could think of. I guess booster boxes would be a little bit more consistent, but like individual graded cards, a little bit thick on the bottom, thin at the top. Still nice though. Clan Pearl. Right, but what I'm saying is like, even though you have a certain card that you typed in, there has to be 5 or 6 different versions of that card listing, at least. Because you know how many people put like PSA 10 question mark exclamation point? They just need to have eBay like the WoW auction house, dude. You type in an item and you see everything listed for that item. Don't let people create titles. You know how much more efficient eBay would be in that regard then? Honestly, if a graded card is being sold, they should just force you to type in the serial number and it pulls what it is from PSA. That would be next level. It would then be bid Amazon. Yeah, but like at least you wouldn't have to like misspell stuff on purpose to find listings. It would be easier to sell stuff and buy stuff. Like legit. It would just populate everything just from typing in just like a keyword. Yeah, but like eBay sold listings are still like one of the most accurate ways to determine what something has sold for like recently. I feel like any third-party app that does it's going to be inaccurate because it probably misses a few that are misspelled or titled weird. Starmie. You know what? Another thing I realized I learned today in DayZ with the recent update. So before, if you got like in a fight with someone, but you were like outmatched and you're about to lose, outgunned, whatever, you could combat log. So like lose someone in a tree and just log out, and they wouldn't be able to find you. They made it now where if you fire your gun, even if like you're not in combat but you fire your gun, you can't log out. You can't close the game. If you force close it, your character will still be in the game until the time passes. It was like the weirdest thing to me because like I was like, why can't I close the game right now? It's not letting me exit. But like I just test fired one of the snipers just to see how loud it was. That's crazy. If you think about it though, like what if you like actually had to like go? You just forfeit your character, I guess, if you're in the middle of a fight. It's like a significant amount of time too. I think it's like 5 minutes or something. I added a sniper tower to my base, and I pretty much finished the hangar, so I think it's time to get the helicopter. It's just so difficult to get it as a solo. It sucks. Next wipe, I'll probably just go for a car, but I don't know. I feel like that. I feel like you're gonna drive by somebody and just die and lose your car. Colossal fighting. Hey, you guys are sleeping today. What's going on? People get the good hits and they just bounce or what? Midweek sleepy is right. You're sleeping? Not anymore, you're not. You got your new PC. Yo. What are the specs? What you got in there? You got a 3090? Or you got the new 4000 series? 3060? Hey, that's good. Is the new generation of graphics cards out? Because I might upgrade. You just beat Pokemon Shield? Nice. A 480? Oh my god. What did you run on there? Microsoft Word? 480. That thing, your computer probably got like 10 degrees hotter if you opened up a tab. My hand's on fire. It hurts. It's burning. Aaron Smith. That is very gradable. Between a 9 and a 10. Looks pretty tenable though. On a 4080? You're talking like NVIDIA GTX 4080. Not like... Bro, how? How did you run games on that? Probably like... I mean, you'd have to dial down the set. You have to dial down the settings because then the graphics card will just overheat. That's what people do on DayZ though. They put it on low so that like you can't like see like the bushes or whatever, like the fine details, and then you end up seeing players better. You'd probably be a pro DayZ player. Finally figured out your computer science lab. Hey, let's go. I played PUBG with my buddies probably for like a full year straight without playing anything else, and then we just got burnt out. Never opened it again. Hogwarts Legacy. Make sure that you have a monitor so you can enjoy the full graphics card. See, dude, we got burnt out. It was probably the closest to DayZ we could get in combat, though. You have old secondhand monitors? You could probably get like a solid monitor. I guess it's far from Black Friday now, but you could get one that has higher frames and just better resolution, probably for like $200-300. Maybe less, honestly. Make sure you use the digital port. One of my side monitors, the display port broke, so I have to use like an HDMI to display conversion and then convert it again at the computer. It's a circus, but it works for the second monitor. You like that game? Just weird when you get the unforgivable curses. Which are you talking about? The Harry Potter game? I just haven't really had the interest to play that game, but I hope people are having fun with it. I have a third monitor that I could hook up and mount. I have the mount for it. It took a long time to like mount the first two, and I just wanted to get it done. I need to get like a little like shelf or something for the floor for the PC to sit on, so I can just move it off the desk. Well, that's yours. It's very gradable too. What a break. All good. Just make sure it's before Friday. Grats to everybody, man. That Arceus and Zard in one break for Kyle. Jeez. Slytherin is for weasels. See, like, this is where you're losing me here, but that's all good. Also, I said I wasn't going to do it to myself, but I watched first episode of Mandalorian and finished it, like, immediately. Very sad that I did that. Or try again next week to not watch it. Yeah, it's really good. I hate having to wait a week though for every episode. Like it really like makes me like just violently upset. Yeah, it just came out today. First episode. Just a reminder, guys, last week and this week is going to be shipped together. That includes prizes from annual Beige Bucks. Book of Boba. Book of Boba has Mandalorian in it. Like the first couple episodes, it's about Boba Fett, and then Mandalorian comes back into it. Book of Boba Tea, yeah. Yeah, it is. I didn't really care about him, like, learning the way from the Sand People. But, dude, you know what gets me pumped? Every time, like, there's, like, a scene with all, like, the Mandalorians talking, and there's just a long pause, and they go, "This is the way." It just gets me pumped every freaking time. The way of the Mandalore, dude. Have you taken the creed? Do you walk the way of the Mandalore? If we go post-apocalyptic in here, dude, with like just like the world going to crap, I'm gonna start like Mandalorian like in real life where we all wear armor. You're on episode 3 of Star Wars, like the movies. The last server I played on, it's literally Mandalorian armor for like the level 2 stuff. If we go cold upon, well, if nukes fly, it will be like nuclear winter. This is the way. Dude, then she called him at the end of like season 2. She calls him an apostate because he removed his helmet. I hope they bring Bill Burr back this season. He was fantastic in season 2. That scene where he takes out the one captain, fantastic. I changed the list, right? Yeah. The captain was the one guy from Doom as well. Well, he was fantastic in Narcos. And now he's like Last of Us too, right? haven't even watched that. I don't have the subscription service, and I never played the game, so I don't care. Because that's PlayStation exclusive, isn't it? Never would have played it anyway. Baby Zarp. I've heard, and there's a bunch of like, everyone's just trying to make statements. Like, I don't care what they are, or whatever side, if it's this side, that side. How about just make a show? Instead of like trying to make statements. It just ruins everything for me, honestly. Has subtext like that? I haven't watched it, so I don't know, and I don't plan on watching it just because I literally never played the game, so it doesn't interest me. But it's not just that show; it's every show that does that. There's plenty of them out there. If anything goes in a political direction or some sort of virtue signaling, like I'm like, all right, not interested. And it's obvious when it's forced. What I define political as? Making a statement that is like extra, and anything that causes just an argument immediately between anybody. How the infected work? I didn't even know Last of Us had zombies, if I'm being honest. I never played the game. But also forget how they changed them. Wasn't there like zombie virus revolving around fungus? But that's not even what I'm talking about. Your reaction to what I said is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. You can't even, and that's not even what I was talking about. Yeah. Your reaction was immediately snapping to that, and I wasn't even referring to that. I was referring to stuff that causes arguments in general. But anyways, moving on. You're not at fault for anything. But being argumentative because it was even brought up and I wasn't even talking about it. That's what I'm talking about. They're still alive, just not in control of themselves. I wasn't talking about it because I'm being vague. Because the statement that I was making is a vague statement. Because it encompasses a lot of different things that are added to shows for no reason. In the early stages, the infected can be heard crying. As the infection pushes out their eyes. What? That's how it works. I did. I literally did. I have no issues with people's lifestyles. Where I do have issues is when shows make a political statement or virtue signal. I hate it in general. Doesn't matter what it's about. For Baby Yoda, what would I say is an example of that? Let me think about one. Hold on. It's been a minute because I don't watch stuff that has stuff like that. I don't know. I can't really think of one right now. What's like the goal of this conversation though, Jack? This is my first time speaking with you too. Welcome. Why we think the way we think. If I'm playing a video game, okay, here's an example that like is an example that I haven't thought of a specific one for. If I'm playing a game and the game refers to some sort of policy about like, I don't know, the EPA, electric cars or something like that, does that belong there? Because you were like trying to like accuse me of me like having a problem with people's lifestyle. That's not what I'm talking about. If that's what the story is about, I guess, but it's not. That's what I'm saying. There's stuff that clearly doesn't belong in places. I can't think of a specific example right now because I avoid watching stuff like that. That's my point. Yeah, but like, okay, so maybe you misunderstood me. I'm not in the group of people complaining about that. I'm in the group of people complaining that stuff is even in there, whichever side, that like probably is like added in to make some sort of statement. I would rather people focus like on actual like stuff. Like whatever is being made, a movie, a game, or whatever. When they like focus like a large amount of a story on making a statement that is like extra, it loses me every time. Oh, there you go. The new Avatar? Because I didn't watch it yet, so I couldn't tell you. Does it do that? Is that out? The new Ant-Man? Because I kind of gave up on Marvel after Love and Thunder, if I'm being honest. The back one of the Avatar? The story of Avatar is colonialism and imperial. I mean, yeah. But it's not like really making a political statement about it, I would say. Or virtue signaling. It's just a movie. That's not the same as like when it's blatantly obvious and it's like really annoying that it's like not supposed to be in the script. Do I like the original trilogy of Star Wars? So like 1, 2, and 3? Yeah, I would like. I'm not like a fanatic of it, but their older movies are good. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3 then. Four, 5, and 6 are the original. Yeah, actually, you're right. My bad. Shows how much I know about Star Wars. I like Mandalorian, though. Because it was written about how America has no right. That's what it's about, really? I had no idea about that. I would. If that's what it's really about, I never got that. Ever. You could probably watch that movie, though, and never make that assumption. I haven't until you just pointed it out to me. What the heck just happened to this pack? I think I just made it unopenable. Bro, I don't know what to do. And every piece of writing is worth its salt. I guess I'm missing like the point you're trying to make to me here. Because initially I thought you were trying to get like say that I was like hating on a group of people, which I wasn't. It's funny because conversations like this happen because of what I said. Well, that's out of the question. I legitimately was making a statement on people who make movies and shows. It seemed like we're a step away from claiming something is woke. I hate everything political. We could just lay that out. I don't lean one way or another. I hate both sides. I think there's always an agenda, and we're always being manipulated to look a certain way, and we're the ones that end up losing collectively. That's my political opinion. Also, my political opinion is Pokemon cards are fun and good. But like it didn't even need to because I wasn't even talking about that. You don't agree, but at least I'm saying. Yeah, but that's the beauty of, bro. Life would be boring if we all agreed on the same thing. Lots of people wear a mask. This was me out in the open. I don't really wear a mask ever. If people are fake, I'm not around them, to be honest. Your friend had a hot take today, said the McRib is trash and overhyped. I'm on like a very like diet lifestyle right now, so I can't even have an opinion on that right now. What's the action? That's not even what we were talking about. I love it. I think you knew that though, and that's okay. People didn't respect who I was until I put on the mask. You think the Shamrock Shake is... The Shamrock Shake, that syrup, dude, I feel like every time I've had a Shamrock Shake, I immediately like have like heart palpitations, if that's the right word. It feels like my veins like constrict in my heart, and it's hard to breathe. Ben Affleck became cool with the mask. I did not care for Ben Affleck as Batman, I'm going to be honest with you. His best role was the Dunkin' Donuts commercial in the Super Bowl. You like Jim Carrey's The Mask? I haven't seen that movie in a long time. Who is the best Batman? I mean, my favorite movies, because that's like the first one I saw like in theaters growing up, was Dark Knight Rises. Psychic. Jedi. That is very clean. We all just know it wasn't Clooney's. When was Clooney Batman? I missed that one. I didn't even know Clooney was Batman. The one with Mr. Freeze. With, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger? That was George Clooney? I thought that was Keaton. Even though, like, I can't remember it because I didn't grow up in it, like, I could still respect them for what they are. Like, at the time, they were probably like the coolest version of Batman. Favorite superhero and villain? I don't know, dude. End of Endgame made me, like, waterworks started coming out. Iron Man might be up there. Yeah, back to what we were talking about. I made a mistake by watching Mandalorian first episode because now I'm upset because I gotta wait a week. I hate it. I don't know why they don't release it all at once so I could binge watch it all in one sitting. It's my God given right. Is the benefit to doing that like legit, like just so they get an extra month out of people? Are people really just subbing just to watch it once? Ads? They don't even run ads though. Dude, Endgame hit me early. As soon as like the scene with the daughter happened, when he has a daughter, and like you figure out that him and his wife did not get snapped, like when the daughter came out, I was like, oh my god! Like I immediately just turned to mush. The henchmen sing "Cold Miser" in the freezing building. I have to rewatch that old Batman. So that was George Clooney. I could have sworn it was Keaton. George is from Cincinnati. Grew up with your mother-in-law. What? You met him? Or is like as he talked to your mother-in-law? Cod V, thank you for the sip. Appreciate it. They had Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, and Bane in that movie. Bane is like a completely different character from the one trilogy to the games. I'm gonna have to open up another box of Darkness, please. Soon. Who's the actor that played him though? He's fantastic. Hardy, yes. Best Joker ever. It was one of those things like he became that character so like deeply that I couldn't recognize his face as an actor like when he was in the movie. Like he don't look like the main dude from Knight's Tale in that movie, that's for sure. Tony Tony. Knight's Tale is on Netflix right now. I've seen that movie like 100 times. If you haven't seen it, it's worth a watch. Dude, that's like one of the coldest lines you ever see from the antagonist in any movie. That's what I just said. Yeah, it's on Netflix right now. It's worth a watch. VHS. Rocky's on Netflix too. Except none of like the current ones. Laserdisc. I need to start. What I'm going to start doing, because I'm sick of having to rent a movie every time I'm in the mood to watch it. I just need to like go online and buy the DVD for it before I'm not able to. How did the case tape just get on the top loader? Do I know what time it is? It's time for me to pull you Palkia? Creed was a good sequel. And that's the thing. Like, I feel like all of these streaming services are low-key just in cahoots. Because they bait you in watching, like... I watched, like, 3 of the Rockies that they had on there. And now I want to watch, like, the newer ones, but they're not on there. So now I have to, like, rent it or have a different subscription service. Disney owns Disney Plus. ESPN Plus is a scam, dude. They don't have all the games. They didn't have the Super Bowl. I literally was so disappointed. I'm thinking ESPN Plus is just going to have every game ever. Not true. Absolutely garbage. Yeah, but like, it's literally... What does ESPN stand for? It's like something sports nation, whatever. Entertainment Sports Network, whatever. Who cares? It's like the app for sports, and then they only have like 1/4 of the games. I got it. Me and Nick got it for like fantasy, and it didn't even have all the games, so it was like worthless. NFL literally picked Fox and said live with it. Or they split it up on purpose. All right, number 3. Could it be possible that you get more Zardlov after last week's feast? What was the final count? 6? Or 8? Or was it 5 or something? I think it was 5. It was a Pentazard. It's possible. Still less than I heard the opposite. Five. So 5 of the V stars. That's pretty sick. And previously to me pulling you those 5, I hadn't seen it, that V stars art, for 2 weeks. I just need to say it. I looked at who I was having that conversation with. I think that conversation were his first messages in the chat, and I think that says something about just waiting to just jump on that conversation. A little ironic. I don't know. Just trying to bait into saying something negative. Because you guys know me, just hateful and all that. Make you feel like worse. Believe me, dude, I've seen Facebook. Looked very familiar. I'm just a politician over here, dude. It made me laugh. I don't know. It kind of like proved the statement that I was making. Ironically. But yeah, moving on, because I really don't care. Let's see that milk tank. Which milk tank? Jedi, it's gonna happen. Whether we want it to happen or not, it's gonna happen. No, Chucky. I wasn't talking to you. Chucky, you are a kind soul. You're just a nice dude who hangs out in here. Nothing to do with you, my guy. I used Miltank last time I played through Gen 2. I played with Pokemon Crystal on my phone. Honestly, like, Miltank's not to be, like, trifled with. I taught it Earthquake and then a new Defense Curl and Rollout to multiply the damage. I think I taught it, like, Thunder Punch or something. It had, like, a very diverse moveset. Nothing much, Dominic. How few fighting types there were made it amazing. And Milk Drink, yeah. Well, what's it called? In Crystal, fire types were extremely limited if you didn't choose the starter, or if you didn't choose Cyndaquil. And electric types were like non-existent, besides like 2 of them. You couldn't catch Flaffy or Mareep in Crystal. And then your fire type options was Growlithe that had like a ridiculously low spawn rate. I think Houndour, they didn't have double types yet, but Houndour could learn fire type moves. That's Gen 3, dude. What is it? No. I'm thinking of Torkoal. No, it's Slut? I thought it was Gen 3. I don't remember those being catchable options when I Googled it. Because I legitimately Googled it because I was like, what the heck? I'm pretty sure that's Gen 3. That's what I was just talking about, dude. It's I finally hit the one subject, like, Venn diagram, and then was just, like, just voraciously attacked about a show that I didn't even watch. I love people, dude. Hey, Gold Energy number 2. Rotwing, you get the assist on that. Thanks for that. Thanks for talking about something in this channel. You're welcome. That's very gradable. There was another thing that, like, almost ruined the game for me. I think it was Crobat. Crobat can't learn Fly. Miss me? Thank you, Paolo. I miss you back. I hope everything's going good with you, my guy. How can you not agree? Because that's what politics is now. You got to be on this team or the other team. That's it. There's no in between. And, like, that's why that whole conversation proved what I said, literally. Which is, it's toxic on both sides. I wish they would just release a new Feraligatr EX next set. That's what I'm saying. And, like, that person didn't like that. That was my opinion. That's hilarious. Rayquaza is very gradable. But, like, the way the person was acting, they wanted that to, like, just Crusader, dude. They wanted this. He wanted it to turn into a political discussion so bad, and I just wasn't having it. Oh, it's not. All I said was I hate when stuff has an agenda and tries to, like, virtue signal. That's all I said. That's on both sides. Best starter Pokemon? Never grass types. Never. Even though I've been watching, crap, what is his name? So I can at least, I've linked his videos before. He does challenge videos where he tries to beat the game with just each Pokemon and sees how, like, efficiently he could beat the game. J-Rose, that's who it is. Well, dude, as soon as he wasn't getting it from me, then he just started like lashing out to everyone in chat. I'm like, dude, you need to relax. I was gonna ban him right away, but I was like, nah, we're gonna let this one ride out. I'm gonna see where this goes. Tag team? Yeah. I was waiting for it. But yeah, they J Rose is the dude who makes those videos, and Charizard as a starter didn't even make like top like. Well, he does it. This is the way he does it, I should say. If he does a challenge with Charmander, it's only Charmander for the entire run. He doesn't evolve it, but he levels up. And then he'll do Charmeleon, and that'll have a different time. Charizard like wasn't even 20. It seems exhausting, but dude, he did one recently with Weedle, and that was the first one I watched where he couldn't beat the game. Weedle it can't even learn any like HM or TM moves. Weedle only knows Poison Sting and I think String Shot. Like that's it. And he couldn't beat the game at level 100. And he didn't even make it to the Elite Four. He was on like the last rival fight before the Elite Four. To beat Brock, dude, I think he was like level 36. And he still almost lost. I think the best time still is Mewtwo right now. You beat Pokemon Shield? That's good. Yeah. But like the Let's Go games battling wasn't traditional battling though, was it? I had those games, but like I didn't really like play them too much. It was? But like you could power them up with like candies, right? You can get like you could like boost their IVs, like that was the catch. That's what deviated. I like Pokemon Go on its own, and I like traditional Pokemon games on their own. Together, it felt wrong to me. I didn't like it. But to each their own. Dragon Ball Z? Nah. I don't love it as much as Pokemon. It's got cool art, yeah. But like Dragon Ball Z was definitely a part of my childhood, but like not the way Pokemon was. Pokemon will always be in my heart. I don't know what that is. Wish they would have made it more of a Fire Red and Leaf Green remake. Yeah. I'm just waiting for them to put Alpha and Omega Ruby and Sapphire on the Switch so I could finally stream it without buying 10 different cables and converters to stream it now. Literally bought a DS for that game, and after Sun and Moon, it was just, there wasn't another game on there. Very efficient use of buying a DS. Bro, these Astral packs are like messing with me right now. People have given me reasons on like why they don't have pretty much every game from every console available, but like they're not good reasons. They definitely could. A lot of those studios that like are no longer around, like from N64 days, they wouldn't even be around to conflict with any sort of copyright issues. And they're out of the same, you know, cases that I usually open. If I go back to 2017, it's probably a lot closer to 1 million than I think. Whatever happened with the Steam console handheld? I feel like that was like big talk for like months, and now I haven't heard anything about it. That's crazy, back from the old Facebook days. I have to go back though and like add everything up. The information's there. It just is going to take a long time to like add all up. The way we do it now, there's a separate column on Excel for amount of packs in a break, so it's easy to add. Trainer missed? Oh. I don't know. I pre-made a bunch of breaks. You going to sleep, Chucky? All right, we got spots available in the next few breaks. Give you guys a couple minutes. I know you do. Good night, Rowing. Love you, buddy. Also, Nick posted the feast. Added another set. It's a spicy one. Honestly, there's so many sets that if you do an actual feast with that, it ends up being pretty large. So I figured half feast would be the play. Dude, we've been opening Crown for like a month. Feels good. All right, I guess we're calling it here. Gift card winner is Rever. Jeez, dude, that's snipe. Other than that, guys, gaming stream tomorrow and feast on Friday. Grab those spots. Love every single one of you. Have a good rest of your night.